So you've made the decision to start a vending machine business. Congratulations. It's going to be stressful, but it'll be a little bit fun too. All right, so you found your first location and now you're ready to buy a snack machine and a drink machine. Today, I'm just going to focus on snack machines. They're pretty simple, so I'm just going to give you some quick insight on what to look for. All right, so let's say you're starting with a budget of $2,000, which I think is pretty good to start for a used snack machine. Now, there are different brands. The one I have is an automatic product. So, what I'll tell you is if you find you an automatic product, you most likely found a good, reliable machine. That's the one that I'm using. I've been using it for a year. I mean, as some would say, I guess an older model, they do have newer versions, but it is very reliable. I've been using it for a year. I haven't had any issues with it. We did put a new board in it so that way we could put the credit card readers on it. But since it's been on location, I haven't had any issues as far as anything not working. And I have a few of those. Great, sturdy, no issues, no problems. So, where do you find used vending machines? I think the most popular place is Facebook Marketplace. And while we're talking about it, and I'm doing a video about it, let's just head over to Facebook Marketplace and we can scan through some machines and kind of see and talk about it at the same time. Okay, so we are now in Facebook Marketplace, and on a quick side note, I was looking at the this machine right here to upgrade at my second location. They have been requesting different items that the machine doesn't have the capacity to hold. So being that, they do use the machine. I am getting some good sales there. I decided to look into upgrading the machine. So this one I've been looking at personally and haven't decided if I'm going to get it new or used. The one there now is a used Sega. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to upgrade mine. All right, so let's go back on track. Now, the machine I have is an AP 113. It is very reliable, a very reliable machine. So let's see if we can just type that in here. Let's say automatic products, vending. Uh-oh. Vend, vending machine. Hello, can you spell? All right. Okay, so like I said, they have more up-to-date versions of the automatic products. I'll show you as well, but let me see if they have one for sale here, and let's see how much they're selling for. This one looks very similar to the one that I have. I think it's more selections across. This one has one, two, three, four. I think my machine has five across, but my machine looked just like this. It had the brown paneling, very outdated, and we revamped the front. We put in new front panels, and we changed out the keypad, and we put a new board in. And this machine right here is going for $4.99. Now, I will tell you, if let's say you were interested in this machine and you went to see it, which I mean, I'm kind of interested in this machine. It's a slimmer version, and you'll find once you get started, like different locations, different places, the slimmer machines sometimes can fit into nice little nooks that a regular size machine can't. So having, an option, having this in your arsenal to be able to accommodate different spaces is good as well. I don't have anything slim. And so the other day I saw a slimmer drink machine as well. So a nice slim drink machine and a slimmer snack machine. It's not a bad idea to have, but it's just going for $4.99, and it says a great snack Great snack machine with lots and lots of slots. Working, start a new business on the side. Yes, that's something we've been talking about. Check my other listings for a soda machine. Excuse me. And lots of other items. I can do a deal for the two machines. Okay, so this is an automatic products, very reliable machines. Me personally, if I was to buy this machine, I would reface the front. I would put in a new, I don't know if it's up to date as far as being able to accept credit cards. You might have to get the board. I think the board was about $400. Very worth it. So that way you can put your credit card reader on there and your customers can pay with a credit card or they can use cash. But that's one machine. And let's see, this one here looks about the same. This one actually looks to be the same as the last one. And as you can see, the face is updated with just a black paneling. Um, these are very reliable machines. This one is going for 900, and you have one here for 1350. This is an AP Studio 3 full spiral credit card reader capable. So this one is already updated, and this is a more up-to-date machine. So, and this one is going for 1,350. So now that you know where to find a used vending machine, now what do you look for when you're going to check it out? I think the basic thing is, does it does it turn on? Does it come on? Can they plug it up and you turn on the power and the lights come on? Do you see the screen light up? Take your snacks, take some coins, nickels, dimes, quarters. You want to take some singles, and you can take some $5 bills because a lot of machines take $5 bills, and really um, use the machine as if you were a customer. Coils should spin, the product should drop, the change should be returned. If that's working and you tested just about every selection and everything worked in that order, then most likely, the machine is in pretty good condition. You can check the outside, just make sure does the outside look rusted? Little small things like that. I know when I first started, I was like, I wanted everything to look beautiful. I wanted to look perfect. And honestly, now looking back, I mean, it is a used machine, so it's not going to be in the best of shape. But I was like worried about every little knickknack, every little scrape, every little stain. And a year in, I still am worried about those things, but not to the extent I was when I first started. So if you get a used machine, remember it is used, and it's going to come with some cosmetic little things that might need to be fixed up. But I mean, snack machines are pretty, in my opinion, snack machines are pretty basic compared to drink machines. Snack machines are like the good child, and the drink machines are like the bad child. It's just so much. You just gotta put most of your attention on the drink machines. Even my own first location, the drink machine has had the most issues. I haven't had any issues with the snack machine, so that's why I label the snack machine as the good child and the drink machine as the little bad child. But all right, so when it comes to your budget, don't be afraid to negotiate. I know it's going to be a kind of scary because you're new. I felt the same way. What's also helpful is to take like a checklist with you when you're going to check these machines out. Kind of check off things to check for and run through. And also you can prepare some questions that you would like to ask the seller, whatever questions you have, so that way, when you're there and you're in the moment, you can be kind of nervous and maybe not remember everything. So having a checklist and some prepared questions is also a great thing. So that way you leave knowing that, okay, I made the best educated choice in either purchasing the machine or not purchasing the machine. Another thing that's very important that I probably should have said first is to measure. and measure and measure. So if you're buying a machine, I'm assuming that you already have a location because you don't want to buy the machine before you get the location. You want to get the location and then buy the machine. You want to measure the location. You want to measure every doorway that they have. Make sure you have your measurements on hand when you go see the machine. The other day, we went back to the second location and my son measured and my niece measured. Like, we did a lot of measuring just to ensure that the new machine that we're getting will indeed fit through the doorway and in the space. This way, if the machine happens to be too wide to fit through the space, sometimes the door has to be removed off of the machine in order for the machine to fit through, and then you would reattach the door. But knowing that beforehand is helpful. Let's say you found a machine and this is the one you want, and maybe you got the best deal on it, and you took the measurements and it measures, you see that the machine is too wide to fit through the door. At least beforehand, okay, hey, when we get there, or before we get there, let's take the door off so we can kind of slide it through easy and then reattach the door. You don't really want to kind of get to the location. I made this mistake of not measuring at my second location, and luckily it fit. But I wish I would have taken care of that beforehand, but I forgot. So measure, 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 and measure again, and have somebody measure, and then you measure, and then have somebody else measure, just to make sure that the machine will fit through. Because deliveries can be kind of stressful, and the last thing you want is to get a machine all the way to a location and it doesn't fit through the door. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If I missed anything that you wanted to know, please leave a comment and let me know. Also, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you liked the video. Thanks for watching.